This experience comes from a single mother named Lucy who lives in Louisiana State, South Carolina, who's raising two 2-year-olds named Jeff and James. She reached out with her story with a really eerie twist to it, so let's dive in. Lucy is a very religious person who has an unwavering belief in God. She's the type of woman who would be in church every Sunday and prays at home daily. You would think there's nothing scary to her story, right? Oh well, think again. One late evening on a Friday, Lucy was just peacefully sitting on her porch after putting her kids to bed as she just wanted to get some fresh air after a long day at work when she heard movement inside her apartment coming from the kitchen. Knowing very well her kids are fast asleep and there should be no one else inside the house, she got up and cautiously opened the front door, softly calling out into the darkness of the living room, "Jeff, James, who's up?" But all that fell on her ear was silence, so silent that she thought she was deaf for a brief moment. Lucy then proceeded to the nearest light switch, and when she turned it on there was no one. Her heart started to beat a bit faster as she was getting a bit anxious. She then checked a closet located near the kitchen to figure out exactly where the sound was coming from, but nothing. Then she heard a soft voice coming from the kitchen's darkness whispering, "Hello, Lucy." She instantly got a cold chill up her body and her heart sunk in her stomach, but yet she gathered enough courage to reach for the kitchen's light switch and flipped it, but surprisingly the light wouldn't work. She got really scared, feeling threatened in the comfort of her own home. "Who is there?" she questioned into the darkness, then stated, "I am not afraid of you, I serve an almighty God," she said with confidence. That's when she heard a low and deep growl somewhere in the kitchen. Then a voice replied, "I don't fear your God, but you should surely fear me." Lucy felt that same chill again, but worse this time. Her instinct had made her aware that she was facing a malevolent spirit who intends to cause harm and trauma. Who are you?" Lucy asked with a stuttering voice, unsure if it should be used in that specific moment. She got the demonic growl again, but more intense and filled with pressure this time. Then the voice responded, "I am the ruler of darkness, in control of ruling the other side." She froze in place but dared to interrogate the spirit out of curiosity, which wasn't a bright idea at all. "Why are you here?" she asked in a low voice, hoping to not get an answer in return. Coincidentally, the spirit replied, "I came to Earth to feed on human fears," and laughed in the most malevolent way ever. Why my family?" Lucy asked with a voice that sounded hopeless and helpless. It's as if the demon had broken her spiritual self into nothingness. He landed a double strike on Lucy by saying, "You and your family are not the only ones. I've been here for so long it would be impossible for your kind to fathom what brought me into existence and how." Lucy tried to brush it off with a silly question such as, "Well, can I at least see what your face looks like?" Lucy dared to ask because she saw nothing in the dark. This time there was a minute of intense silence with no response when Lucy instinctively looked to her left, and that's when her limbs went completely numb. She remembers feeling as if she received a morphine shot, but in much more lethal doses just by looking at the face the spirit had manifested. She froze a while, then the face slowly came closer, but she couldn't make out the figure of an body, solely an face telling an unspoken story. She tried to scream and run, but it wasn't an option. This demon possessed great dark powers that basically disabled the lady trying to get to help desperately. She was literally forced to face this entity who kept on approaching her when she hit the limits to her fear. That was the moment the demon had waited for. He stuck out his hand as to receiving something from Lucy when a red aura emerged from her body and entered the spirit through his hand he stuck out. She didn't know anything about dark magic until she experienced it firsthand. She somehow knew the demon had just fed off her fear because it left the moment the red aura disappeared from Lucy, and she lost her sense of fear completely. She immediately became able to move again and ran upstairs checking in on her sons, but they were sleeping peacefully. That night Lucy didn't sleep a wink, and was absent from work the next day, because she got so much flashbacks of the night before. Since that day Lucy was blessed and cursed at the same time, when scientists found out she doesn't feel or experience fear anymore. And that is the tale of the lady who lost all her fears.